All right, what's happening? We are at the Dark Star Jubilee and I am setting up the drums. This is a typical festival day for me where I flew this morning. I woke up at 4:30 a.m., caught a flight, and then here we are. And then these drums I've never met before. So I'm gonna start moving stuff around and tuning as I go. So this is kind of what we would call a throw and go situation. First thing I do is start to try to get everything positioned where I am comfortable and where I can hit it. And then I worry about tuning things afterwards. So I'm gonna make sure that all of my key elements are where I want them to be. So hi-hat height, snare drum angle, all these things I wanna make sure that I have dialed in before I even start really tuning anything. That's the most important thing to me, is to make sure that I can hit everything and be comfortable. Because if I can't reach it or I can't hit it, then that's an issue. And then sound-wise, I know how to get a sound out of the drums. Positioning-wise, if it's not in where I can be comfortable, then that's a big issue. So I like to get everything positioned first. So this kit is a beautiful 65 vintage Gretsch kit, and I've never met these drums before, but they're gonna be super fun to play. And to be honest, I haven't even hit them yet. So we're gonna hit them and we're gonna see what they sound like and see what I need to do. Sometimes I'll start with tuning the top heads first, the batter heads, and then if I have time and if I can, I will tune the bottoms as well. Hitting these for the first time, these are a little high. So I'm gonna start by taking these down and then we'll see where we're at. What I like to do for the floor toms is I get the batter heads just a little bit tighter than finger tight, really. So right now I'm just tensioning by feel, and then I know that when I'm just above finger tight, that's about where I want to be in general. And then I will also press down on the heads to stretch them a little bit, especially when they're new. So these are coated Emperors on the tops, coated Ambassador on the rack and the snare, but I do coated Emps on the floors and the Pondero. I am just backing these tension rods down to just about finger tight, and then I'm gonna stretch it. So we're getting close. And then on a gig like this, I don't have a lot of time to go through every single tension rod. I will if I have time, but we gotta get positioned and ready to go. I mean, we've got 30 minutes before we play. So I could hear that this drum, the bottom head was really tight. So I want to get the overall pitch of this drum down. But as you can hear, everybody else is getting ready, and there's not a whole lot of opportunity to really dial in lug by lug. You have to go with feel a lot, and you have to kind of approximate as best as you can. So I'm adjusting the tension of the spring, and if I have enough time on a festival gig like this, I will adjust the tension. I like my pedals to be as loose as possible. What I'm going for is approximate intervals, and I like these intervals. They're pretty close, and I'll keep tuning if I have time, but this is pretty close. We're gonna get it dialed in and we have ourselves a blast. So I have a drum rider and it specifies exactly what I like. So it's usually a 8x12 tom, 14x14 floor, 16x16 floor, 14x20, and I bring my own snare, and I bring my own cymbals, my pandero, my cowbell, and sticks, and then everything else, all the stands and the shelves are provided in a festival situation like this. So this is rental backline, but I bring my own snare, cymbals, cowbell, pandero, and sticks.
Now, how do you warm up for something like this?
I don't. So I would maybe, if I get a minute, I'll go play on a road case with these rubber tip sticks. But in situations like this, I've been flying all day, went to the hotel, got a little tiny nap and freshened up, but there's not a lot of time to warm up on a gig day like this. So I will go try to, if I have time and I get everything tuned, I will go and play on a road case and maybe run through the 1 minute warm up or some warm up stuff, but I don't get a lot of time to warm up on a day like today. Any tips for a situation like this? You just have to go with the flow and just know what you're dealing with. And being in situations like this many times, I know what I have to do to get ready. So there's not gonna be a whole lot of time to go hang out or go get something to eat. I ate earlier. So this is really, you got 30 minutes to get ready and then we go. It's just, you gotta get your stuff together quick. So there you have it. I mean, we're pretty much ready to go. I'm gonna go run off stage, maybe try to warm up for a couple minutes and get my act together to come out here and play for these lovely people. It went really well. These situations, things can sometimes fall a little bit apart, like maybe the mics today, some of the mics were falling over and were slipping, but we were on it and we were able to fix that and get that going back. So it's just always a little bit of a challenge when you're not playing your own gear, but I thought it went really well today. This is a very typical type of throw and go day for us during the summer. And we're gonna be doing a whole bunch of these where we wake up in the morning, get on a plane and fly to a festival and play backline gear. And luckily today it was a beautiful vintage kit and I had a blast. Thank y'all for tuning in, and subscribe if you haven't already, please, to my channel, and hit that notification bell so that you will get notified when I am posting new lessons. Take care, thank you very much.